Yeah, definitely.
It's been a while.
It has.
I've seen different incarnations of you.
Right.
And you're one of the people that we've been in the scene for over 10 years, and you're one of the people that I'm most proud of.
Thanks.
Not that I'm anything big or anything or even important, but as a friend, as like a brother type thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've known each other for like a while, so.
More than half your life, I would say, right?
Yeah. When did we...
How old are you?
I'm 21 now.
Oh, you're 21?
Yeah.
So I met you when you're like 11, 12?
Yeah. So almost.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
You've really come a long way.
Thanks.
The past few... Let's just start with where we were talking about on the phone. We were talking about the how you just in 2017 you're like, I'm gonna go for it.
Right.
In October.
Right.
Take me back into that time.
Right. Well, it was 2018. Not trying to like gotcha,
okay.
but it was October 2018. I still like obviously play in the local scene a lot, but I've been doing that for a while, and like I just kind of wanted to do something different. And a lot of the musicians that I look up to, like, or at least drummer-wise, especially like Luke Holland is a big influence on me, as like anyone who knows me would know, because I can talk about him like pretty frequently. But his playing is one thing, but also like how he was able to, he basically made a career out of becoming like big on YouTube and becoming like big on social media, and like that was like a stepping stone for him being able to just like go from like a local drummer to someone who like works with like really big artists and like has like his own type of like following and brand. So seeing that was like super inspiring, because I saw that whole thing happening, and like whenever I get into like artists or musicians or whatever it is, like I tend to deep dive whatever they like, who they are as people. Like I like do like the whole Wikipedia thing, and I watch like every interview that I can just to kind of see like what their mindset was, like from, because a lot of artists like start in the same like spot, or that's where they come from, is like the local scene, or they're just doing it like in their like in their garage or their bedroom, like that's where they're making their music. So I try to just like deep dive their like past, and through interviews just kind of see how they were able to make that like arc up into it. And for him, it was social media, and it was like Instagram, and it was YouTube, and it was that type of stuff. And that's why I decided to start like putting out a bunch of content on Instagram, just like 3 videos a week basically, until someone saw it.
And that's what, to me, that's what separates you from any artist. And when I say artist, I mean, if you paint, if you're a comedian, if you're a guitarist, if you're trying to be a YouTube sensation, if you're a podcaster, anything is art. And what you've done is you found out the way.
It's a way, as like as anything, but
and you do it through social media, and your social media game is strong.
Thanks.
Bro. It is the strongest. Like, I look at your shit and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what I should do. Just like I look at everyone's social media.
Yeah, that's super important to like. I mean, part of it is definitely. I mean, it's like part of it is also the algorithm. So like, you can't hate on yourself too much for that, but for me, it was like I just had to stop being so like precious about like everything. Like if I'm because I write a lot of original music too, as you know, like you've seen like all my past projects, but I've just noticed that like if I'm too precious on one particular thing, like if I spend too much time planning and like too much time doing this, it doesn't actually come out. And when it does come out, it's been like a year and I just put out one thing and I'm like, cool. But so like for me, it was just like a struggle of just getting over that type of thing that was blocking me, and just like, okay, I'm just gonna post content 3 times a week. I want it to be good. Obviously, I don't want to put out anything I'm not proud of, but like I just needed to like be like, I'm just going to do it. And I think it was really consistency was like what it was, and like just kind of just the amount of putting stuff out there, because from putting out a bunch of videos, it made it easier for me to figure out like what worked and what like didn't work. If I was only posting like 1 video a month, it would have taken way longer. At least I think.
Yeah, for
just
sure.
because the learning curve was quicker.
But and if you look at certain people's social media, especially people that are in bands,
mm-hmm.
if they're not doing anything that moment,
mm-hmm.
they're not doing nothing with their social media.
Right.
I know bands that, what do you want me to do? I'm not doing any. I don't have an album out, well, bro, like,
Right.
you got to do something. You got to engage people who support you.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously like a balance because social media can also be like it can be like healthy and unhealthy. Like if it's an addiction, it's obviously a problem. But like I try to come at it more of like it being like a tool for rather than like the line does kind of get like blurred sometimes,
shit.
which and it's like so the line gets blurred there, but just I mean just putting out stuff consistently is what like has helped me with that, and I agree. For me, like I'm. Honestly, like what I'm doing is literally like I see like an artist that I like and I'm like, okay, like I see what they did at the start of their career. I'm going to like step by step like mimic what, because clearly like they did something that like worked, and that's like what it was for me. And that's like I write a lot of original music and aside to doing like covers and stuff like that.
And a lot of things like when I hear like your story and how you know this whole social media thing. Like, there are people, like, the only thing that always pops into my head is there's people who want it, and there's people who kind of want it, you know what I mean? And you're willing to, all right, I'm going to dissect it, I'm going to do the groundwork, and that is work.
Right.
No matter what.
Listening
to interviews, searching algorithms, searching hashtags, it's all work. And trial and error, creating videos, work, right?
Right.
So when you have the work, you also have the opposite side of that of people who are in our scene specifically who are looking to roll the dice. Mm-hmm. They put out an album and expect to be noticed.
Right.
Without doing the work.
Yeah.
You put out an album, you better go reach out to those blogs, vlogs, YouTube channels, magazines, do anything.
Yeah.
What you did. But what are other ways that people got noticed? Do everything.
Right. I mean, for me,
kick and scream till you get noticed.
Well, I mean, for me, it's really just been like work harder and like lower my expectations because if I couldn't like put out a video and be like, even if I thought the video was really good and maybe if the video like objectively was good, if it didn't hit the algorithm or if people just weren't engaged by it, like if people didn't see it, they didn't see it.
What's the time of day to throw it on?
It just varies. It's just been a guessing game.
Yes.
It literally is just. It's just what I don't know. It's just consistency. For me, I was posting 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 3 p.m. Like pretty much that was the time. I've seen that like adjusting it at certain times varies. Like, I think it's just like good to have a consistent schedule. Like just those like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday,
Friday.
Friday.
By watching you, I was thinking like to myself, because I have our shit that we do, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna take off the intro. Because that is one extra. The intro is 3 seconds.
Sure.
That's 3 extra seconds that someone could be spending looking at our content.
Totally. Well, yeah, and I mean, if you take it off and then like see how the engagement was different there, you can obviously like base like did this work or like did it make a difference or whatever.
And I do the same thing you do.
Yeah.
Like obsessively.
Yeah.
I'm on YouTube. I'm doing internet searches.
Right.
I'm listening to interviews, and I'm making notes. I have this freaking notebook. I am obsessed with how am I going to do this?
Right.
How do I get in, like, so now I'm at this, I added the intro because it's more professional.
Sure.
Then I took off, now I want to take off the intro.
Right.
Because it's going to give us 3 extra seconds.
Totally.
Because people are going to flip through it, and if they see the same intro all the time, like these fucking assholes again. You know what I mean?
It gets a little tired. Yeah, I mean that's really it. I mean YouTube's been a huge help, like learning wise. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Genius, but they're like a YouTube channel and like a company that does a lot of like deconstructed lyrics or whatever. So they'll have the artist in, the artist will explain their stuff. They do the same thing for songs. So like the artist or like the producer themselves will like be in the video being like, this is how I made this. And like that's been the most useful information and it's free. You don't have to pay for it.
What is it called?
Genius Deconstructed.
Genius Deconstructed.
So like if you look up Genius Deconstructed and go through their playlist, they have hundreds of videos of like very A-list people and producers breaking down how they made these songs that were hits.
And why.
Yeah. And it's obviously not like exactly like a science, like it's impossible to just be like, but I'm going to make a hit. But
it in that mindset.
Exactly.
So
that's helped.
You are, you're working, so one of your videos hit.
Sure.
The video you're playing off the one, right?
Right.
Is that the, Explain that process.
Well, that was an accident. That was a situation of me just needing to put out content. It was, I forget the exact timeline. I didn't have school. I don't know if I just didn't go to school that day or if I had a break.
Yeah.
It was one of the two. But I was just sitting at home and I couldn't practice because like right now where my studio space is, someone moved next door. I can't play during the day. So I just decided to take my stuff out to the beach. Just like, why not? Like I didn't have any ideas to, oh, I'm gonna do this and it's gonna make a video and it's gonna like blow up or whatever, or just get some views. I just went out and did it. My dad happened to be in the area. He's like, I'm gonna get burritos and come by. I'm like, cool. And then he came by, we had lunch, he just filmed me playing. I didn't even intend to post it. And then I posted it, and then that one got like 10,000 views.
Did you do like a video, did you do an audio overlay on it?
No, it's literally just iPhone audio.
That's all it is?
That's it. Now it's a little bit nicer because like, before it was iPhone audio, sometimes it still is, but now I have my friend with like a pretty nice DSLR camera. He has like a nice like shotgun microphone, and then I'm actually having the music go through my wireless headphones, and then I overlay the track like after in post.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit nicer. But most of the videos I've filmed that have like done very well, they're all just filmed on iPhone.
Where did you used to film?
Well, I mean, I film in my studio, and then
it?
I film on the beach. Those are the two places, really.
Well, I mean, obviously the beach one worked. Have you thought about like, all right, let's go to mountains, let's go to
I
the
want
lake.
to. I want to. The part of the thing is that the beach is just really close to me, so it's a lot bigger of a thing to plan for that. I would like to. There's a cool place.
But over there in Ventura,
yeah,
they have the, what is that park called? On the hill, Hill?
The memorial one?
Nah,
The cross?
nah.
Like Grant Park?
No, Arroyo Verde?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like a. The Arroyo Verde looks like you're in the forest.
right.
So if you just, I mean,
Yeah,
it
well, I mean,
doesn't sound-
I've done kind of that. I mean, I shot a music video for an original song of mine, and that we actually filmed that out in Jawbone, and it was all snowy. That was a pretty fun time.
That's dope.
So that music video there is like drums outside, but like for me at least, I mean, it was a really fun time. I'm trying to. I love doing covers and I love doing all of that stuff, but part of the whole reason I started the social media thing was to like make videos like just with enough like content that I can put out there and hopefully people will see it, and then use some of that audience so like people can see, well, give myself a job, but also so people can see my original music, because like I love doing the covers, I love doing like the beach videos. Like I don't necessarily want to be the beach video guy though, you know, like because I think that there's just like a lot more that I can offer or like just like put out there. So
and there's people, mainstream people have reached out to you for jobs. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've had some stuff. It's really just been cool getting into contact with people. Like
just like people you wouldn't expect to get in contact with.
Yeah, exactly.
And
like,
you know who else does it like you? If you go through some of my interviews in the past 2-3 years, I bring your name up frequently, and I bring up Johnny Boy.
Okay.
Do you know him?
I don't know.
He wears a hat. He's
not sure.
Strong, big, buff dude.
I'm not sure. I don't
he
know.
does a stand-up bass.
Okay.
He's a bass guy. So
yeah, I don't know.
he's been doing the same thing you were doing.
Oh, cool.
And learning how to. People don't even know how hashtags work. Explain that. Let's just go into that. What are hashtags?
Well, I mean, it's just a subsection of Instagram. So if I want to look on Instagram if I want to find just drum videos, but not look through a specific drummer's page, I could just look at the hashtag drums, and then just find a bunch of videos.
And how frequent does that happen?
What do you mean? Like how frequent do people see my videos through hashtags?
No. How frequent do people really just look up a hashtag?
I think it's more common than I think. I'm not like claiming to be an expert in Instagram at all. What I did, like when I say I like copy other people and like their like steps, that's what I did. I looked at like drummers. I literally copied and pasted the hashtags out of other drummers' things.
My man.
That's what I did.
Dude, I mean,
so
you got to.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was looking at what they were doing. Like, okay, they're getting good engagement. People are seeing their stuff. Clearly, something they're doing works. And I saw that in a lot of drummers post stuff.
And those hashtags, like, if I'm really into a subject, guess what I'm doing? I'm looking up the hashtag.
Yeah.
And people make up stupid hashtags. Like, I'm just, like, for instance, like, if there's a band called Symbol, everyone always puts hashtag symbol. Like,
Right.
no one's looking up hashtag symbol, bro.
Right.
Like, they don't, if you're a
Right.
local band, they're not looking your stupid band up.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's I'm not an expert. I just.
It's
literally-
fucking retarded.
I mean, I know what you mean.
I'm
I
dead
know what you
serious.
mean.
A lot of these guys, they hashtag themselves and then come up with like hashtag Fun Fridays. No one's looking at hashtag Fun Fridays. No one's I'll look at these bands and all like they have 15 hashtags. Out of the 15, besides hashtag music, no one's looking up the rest of 14. Hashtag lame.
Right. Well,
Coolest podcast ever.
the coolestest podcast. For me, it's literally just throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, and that's what it was with that thing. I mean, I was just like, okay, I don't know what this really is, but I'm gonna do it,
Are you
and
going
I just
on
copy
tours
and paste it.
coming up?
What's up? I'm doing a couple one-off shows. I met Ben Kenny. He's the bass player of Incubus, and he has a trio. Or I
Is
mean,
he
I'm
local?
in the trio. Yeah.
Local as in Ventura County?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to like dox him, but
No,
yeah.
I mean just.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Right. His home address. Ben is a really cool guy, but I met him through that. Like we just happened to link up, and that's one of the times
Who's
where it's
looking
led
up?
to a gig.
Yeah.
I'm doing a couple one-off shows with him. One in LA at the Moroccan, April 3rd, and then one in New York at I can't remember
Does
the
he
venue.
fly you out there?
Yeah. So this is like my first this is like one of the first ones of like actually like, you know, doing a show like getting paid, or like flying out to a different place and so this is, but I wouldn't have had this opportunity if I wouldn't have just like kind of like blindly just like grinded that for a year.
In New York.
I honestly don't remember.
You don't know?
I don't remember.
Dude.
He's told me a bunch of times, but I keep spacing out on it. I'll probably
Do you
remember as
practice
soon
with
as it's over. Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
do?
yeah. At least like once or twice. I have a photo shoot with him tomorrow, so.
I saw the old photo shoot. Or
Mhm.
is that the 3-piece and a
Yeah.
wetsuit?
Mhm.
That looks cool.
That
man.
was it.
Why do you
uh,
look like what's his name? Who's the guy from Mad TV? The Asian guy? He has a tiger belly.
Bobby Lee?
Bobby.
Bobby Lee?
Why do you look like Bobby Lee in the picture?
I don't know, man.
You're
That
looking
wasn't-
like this.
That wasn't the intention. Okay, well that's also that's one.
Are they telling you to do it?
Well, it was just like a bunch of just like absurd poses that we were doing, which is fun. Like that's
Yeah.
like the point of it. That was definitely one of the more tame ones. So
I do like when I'm when I take pictures with my family.
Yeah.
Like me and my family, we like to go out and have adventures. That's
Right,
our,
right.
That's our thing. Right?
Yeah, totally.
We're gonna go have adventures, and anytime they say, like, I'm always saying, let's take a picture, because my thing is like memories. Like
Totally.
I need to remember everything.
oh, it's important.
But like when they want to take a picture with me, I Bobby Leo.
Right.
So I go. Hold on, sorry.
Corona.
So I go like this. I go. Like when the camera's right there, I go.
Right.
Well, they get all
you
mad
know,
at me.
It makes
Stop
it,
being stupid.
it makes it memorable. It makes it memorable. I mean, that's also another cool thing about like social media is like everything is so like documented now. I mean, for better or for worse, but like.
That's what I use social media for. Like for my
Yeah,
personal,
yeah.
is more of like to document my life.
Totally. Well, I mean, it's cool to see, like, for example, like now I'm just like in a different spot than I was a year ago. Like it was my birthday on February 18th.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Aquarius.
Thanks. Wait, what did you say?
Aquarius.
Aquarius? I guess so. I don't follow that at all.
I'm just
but my
a nerd, I'm
girlfriend
sorry,
does.
yeah.
No, it's cool. I lost my train of thought. Oh, so I,
You look back.
yeah, I look back and it's cool to see like where I was like a year ago now, and like that. Since I post stuff like really consistently, like it's cool to see like, oh, I posted this like at this time and not really anyone saw it, and like now it's just a lot different. Which is, I mean, I don't really care about like numbers or anything like that. It's just cool to be able to like connect with people, which is really like the entire point why I like started doing it. You know, it was just to be able to connect with people I wouldn't otherwise.
There
be
is
able
a.
to.
I like to look back on that. Is it good? Are we so good over here, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
The camera.
Yes, good.
Okay.
Cool.
There's a song by Fear, and have you seen Lock and Key?
No.
That alright? Well, it like I feel very like I send my kids throughout the day, like, oh, what were we doing a year from now, and whatever.
Right.
And I sort of want to leave those pictures or that social media behind for them.
Right.
You know, when they get
100%.
older, so they can see our life.
Totally.
And there's a song, the first lyric in the song goes, I saw the part of you that only when you're older you will see too.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit breaks, like, I'm getting teary-eyed right now just thinking about it. That shit breaks my heart because I know my kids aren't going to know, they're not going to understand what that lyric means until I'm dead.
Sure.
Like, I'm no longer going to be around.
Sure. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, life do be like that, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool to be able to document everything. I got a thing recently that was just like, this is what you posted 3 years ago, and it was a picture of Brooke and I at a dance. I think it was like my first dance. I was not a very like
sociable butterfly.
I mean,
dance
like
guy.
a little, not really. I had a group. I hung out
Who
with
goes to
band
dances,
people.
you know what I mean? I never went to dances.
She loves dances, so you know. But she also. I mean, I didn't understand the appeal at first, but like we went and it was a really fun time. But it's just cool to see that. Like Instagram was just like, yeah, you posted this 3 years ago. I'm like, damn. Doesn't feel like 3 years ago.
When my son was like eating cake, he was like 3 years old. He was like 4 years old, 10 years ago.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's nuts. Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. Like sometimes I'm afraid to like even post on social media.
Sure.
Because like people don't understand how I use it.
Sure.
And it's like, is it a douchey way to use it if you're using it as like a timeline or
no,
to
I don't
capture
think
your
so.
life?
I don't know. I mean, it's really. I think that you should just use it how you want, like how you
To
want
each
to.
their own.
You know, I mean, I think it should like, it can definitely be like a negative thing, and sometimes like when it comes to like a lot of people like talk about like clout or just like getting a lot of Instagram followers, like oh, I have this many followers or whatever, which like. You know, I mean, that's cool, but also it's just kind of, it's a very, like, material thing to, like, try to hold on to, and also there's always going to be someone else that has, like, more fame or more popularity or, like, whatever it is.
You're always,
So, like...
chasing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always a chase.
And that's the funny thing, because, like, so, back when I started it, like, I basically posted a video, and then, I don't even know what, I don't know what the timeline was. I think I gained, like, 10,000 followers in, like, a month or something.
You have over 10,000 followers?
I'm coming on 36 now. So.
Oh, crap. I'm glad I hear a chirp over here at 30.
What?
I heard the chirp 30.
30. Well,
she knows exactly how many.
But the reason I bring it up is like when like that wasn't a thing, I was like, this is like I wanna. I didn't have a number set.
35.7.
35.7, like that. So I didn't have like a number in mind, but I was just like. I wanna figure this out, and like I wanna do this.
It's a puzzle.
And then you get there, but like everything is so relative, because like then you get there, like to like a higher number than you were before, and I'm just like, that other number looks kind of nice though. Like it's such a relative.
You're always climbing the ladder.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how it is with when we get to when you're in the world. When you're in the world, like I get promoted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. 50,000 looks good, but 80,000 looks better.
Right.
And then when you finally get to 80,000, you're like, oh, that 120 looks good. You know what I mean?
The grass
and
is
you're
always greener,
always, but there's always time to live life wrong, but never time to live life again.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to like use that privilege that like I have in that regard, like to the best of my ability. Like that's how Brooke and I were at a show last night. Shout out Bikini Trill. They're like a surf punk band, and they're really cool. And like I met them and like went out to a show, and it was just a fun time. And like they're just another group of people that I've just gotten to hang out with that I wouldn't otherwise have been able to, I guess, or I just wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known if we hadn't have made that connection. So that's honestly like the only reason. That's like the main motivation, and then on top of that, like getting nice comments is cool sometimes, but it's also just the internet, so it's So
is it real? You know what I mean?
It depends, It's.
No, I'm with you though.
I appreciate like everyone who like watches my stuff. Like that's super cool. But I definitely don't ever want to like let myself like only be determined, like only like that's not like my main sense of happiness. Because I also know a lot of drummers who would like destroy me, who have way less followers. It doesn't like even really matter.
So I got one more question.
Yeah.
What's the goal?
The goal.
What's the end goal?
So here's
Let's just say that it's
yeah,
already
the game
over,
plan.
bro.
I've had the
6
game.
years in the future, what had happened for you?
I've had the game plan for a while now, which is cool to see it like come to fruition. But the initial plan, like, what's always been just to do music. Like that's always been the point, and like I've never been happy doing anything else. Which it would be easier to be able to do other things, but that's just not how I'm wired, I guess. So. To do music was the end goal, and like that still is the end goal for me. I just want to like keep putting out content, keep meeting more people, tour, play with people, like make connections that I can, and just get enough eyes on me, and then I like release my solo stuff. Like that's really the goal. And if I can support myself off of that and like kind of creating a brand, which I mean I'm trying to. This is my merch.
Gosh,
Yeah. Thank you to Brooke for helping me with that.
she drew?
Huh? Me and a friend drew it back in the As Empires Falls,
Yeah.
or As Empires Fall days.
AEW.
I just said my own band name wrong. Well, everyone would say As Empires
AEF.
Falls, so now it's just
Did you edit that out?
It's you.
cut it out in post. Anyways, yeah, I'm just trying to like do that because like the artists that I love, like Luke Holland is a drummer that I like Blackbear, I like Post Malone, like all of them are like very big. They're just big artists and they've created a brand for themselves and like they are them, and that's like really the end goal for me. I'd love to play for people and I'd love to like play with people and do any sort of touring and take any opportunity I can, but I definitely want to put out an album and do my solo stuff because I've been like writing music as long as I've been drumming, so it's a big passion for me.
Well, we've said it all, my man. Thank
So.
you so much.
Thanks for having
It's
me.
good
man.
to see you.
Yeah, it's great to see you again.
And hopefully in another couple of years, it's gonna be even
Yeah,
bigger.
well, I mean, next time I come on, I'll have some original music
Some
for you.
stories, too.
Yeah, and some stories, I'm sure. So, be a good time.
All right, man. All right, that's it. Cool, listener.
Thank you.